Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session with GEG Pune and Ahmedabad. For today's session, I would like to welcome Ms. Payal and Ms. Deepti, who are the
Hi,
co-leaders of
Namaskar.
GEG Ahmedabad.
Hello.
Hello, Payal ma'am. Hello, Deepti ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Along
Namaskar.
with them, Namaste, ma'am. Along with them, we have Ms. Shilpa Gandhi, who's our special guest today. She's an educator and a teacher trainer for many years and has a wide experience in integrating technology with education. Hello, Shilpa ma'am.
Hello, good evening.
Good
Namaste.
evening.
Good evening.
So, are you all excited for today's session? Okay. We are going to talk about new things in Google Workspace. So let's start with Payal ma'am. Payal ma'am, I'm going to share your screen.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll be there at the backstage.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible.
Okay, let's start with the Google Mail. I think we are using so many Google tools and apps in nowadays, and Google Mail is one of the things the most used Google tool, that is a Google Mail. And today we are discuss the some more organized feature of the Google Mail. The first one is a attachment chips. You can see nowadays when we got the messages from the Gmail, you can see the files without opening the emails. It means when you just see that you when you just see your inbox, you can get the messages and you can see different attachment on your messages, and you can see that attachment without opening the files. You don't need to open up email, you don't need to open a messages. You just click on that file and that file is automatically open. Ritika ma'am, I am audible?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Ritika ma'am, I am audible?
Yes, ma'am, it's audible.
Okay, fine. Then the second beautiful feature of the Gmail, that is a confidential mode. Nowadays, there are so many messages that we have to share privately or secretly, confidentially. So we can use this confidential mode to share the email that cannot be forwarded, that cannot be downloaded, or that cannot be printed furthermore. So for that, you just want to do you do one thing: go to your email and go to the part of the compose. And here you can see some toggle confidential mode. Write your emails and just click on this, and you set the expiry date. Suppose you want this message will remain 1 week, then set the 1 week, or you can just do the 1 day also. One more beautiful features in the confidential mode, that is a SMS code. Suppose there is very confidential message that you are sharing, so use a SMS passcode, so that when you just when you just share the email, you need a passcode to open it, and when you just open it within a 1 days it been expire, you cannot forward it, you cannot print it, you cannot download this. So this is a very beautiful feature when we use some confidential information, or when you use some when we share some confidential information. The next beautiful features is a security improvement. Nowadays Google is working on AI. हाँ, एआई पर गूगल बहुत सारी काम कर रही है, तो malicious emails or fraud emails or spam emails can be marked with the bold red alert. If you got such kind of the emails, then you can you can get the bold red alert, so we can alert that these messages is not for good, and we can aware of the phishing emails. For that, for these features we can aware of the phishing emails. The next is a snooze I think this is a very productive features of the Gmail, because nowadays we are so many busy with our different works, and we have missed some important emails. So snooze is like the features that we use when we are when we sorry, when we are just busy. So we just select the snooze, and we pause our messages, and pause our messages for a while, and after some while we can again get back these messages. For that, you need to go to your email. When you got any messages, suppose this is my messages, click on the snooze button. Here you can find the snooze button. Just click it, pin it, and just choose the time where you want to choose the time where you want to see this message. So you can see, you can choose a tomorrow, next week, or you just pick up there 10 time also. So right now I'm busy, I cannot answering, or I cannot pick up this message. So we can snooze it, and we can later on see our messages. If I use snooze button, the message will be gone, and it exactly comes when we select this date. Suppose in here I just select the tomorrow 8 o'clock, the message will be shared again tomorrow 8 o'clock in my inbox. So this is a very productive features when we are busy. The next is a nudge. Google nudges is very useful when we forgotten something. I already told that Google is trying to work on a AI. So this is kind of the AI tool, where suppose when we forgot any email, then the Google's push up out that this important message you forgot to read, this important message you forgot to open it. You may forget to answer an email and never get around to reply. When nudges does it, that it brings back that email to remind you. So Google is working so many, Google is helping us so many times, so we cannot forget this kind of the uh, important messages. So this is all about the creativity of the Gmail. Now let's go to the Google Sheet. Today I'm shown on some beautiful new features that we can use in a Google Sheet. The first one is a send WhatsApp messages. Yeah, you heard the correctly. You can send the WhatsApp message through the Google Sheet. How can you do this? Just see the open the Google Sheet, and suppose here I take one example that uh, I wanna give the information about the absent to the students' parents. So I just create a one kind of the table. So in this table, first I create a number, name, and contact number, which parents' contact number. Then the message that I want to share with the parents. For that, now the turn is we directly go on the WhatsApp message. In a recent update, or we can say the in a updation, there is a one there is a one function that is a hyperlink. In hyperlink, you share the link via the hyperlink, and it directly opens the WhatsApp and your contact number, and go to the WhatsApp and messages. For example, I did the same thing. Sorry. Look as the formula bar. I use a hyperlink, then I use this link https api whatsapp.com send, then phone number is my phone number is my at the C3 colon. So I use a C3 colon as my phone number, and text, it means that what I want to share the messages. So messages is my D3 column. Just select this and rock the enter. When you just enter, so click on the link, and when you click this link, it automatically goes to your WhatsApp. And I already opened my WhatsApp, so I just click it, and it goes to the contact number which I written here, and the messages is already shared is hello Kaya, your child is absent today. So this is how we can share our messages directly from the WhatsApp. I think I just shared this link to you, and if you want to try these, you can see these. uh, Ritika ma'am, can you share with the audience this link?
Yes, sure, ma'am. I'm sharing in the comments.
So with this link, you just share the phone numbers and message, and you can directly go to the WhatsApp and share the messages. So I think this is very beautiful features when we are using when we have a lots of info, lots of data, and we have to do the lots of messages. The next thing, in a very new feature in the sheet, that is a timeline. Is a helpful tool for making a schedule, tracking the events, and setting projects, tasks, and milestone. So how can we use timeline? That is a very easy. Just create a one kind of the table that have a project name, project description, start date, and end date. Here the start date is a very compulsory, project name is a compulsory, so the so according to that, timeline can be created. Now I use a one latest feature, that is a drop down. I use a drop down here for status. If the project is completed, then my status is a complete. If the project is ongoing, then my status is ongoing, and if the project is incomplete, then my status is incomplete. Now for the timeline, you just select the whole data, come to the insert. You just select the whole data, come to the insert. You have a new features called timeline. Click on a timeline. The range which we select is appear here. If this is okay, then click on the okay, and within a seconds our timeline will be created. You can see the according to my table, the timeline will be created. It is very visible data that we can generally track our project, that how our projects gone from day by day. So here are some settings of the timelines fields that you can select the range, that is from here. Also you can select the start date here, which we heading in our table. You can select the end date, you can select the project title, you can select the card colors according to the status. Suppose I use the different colors in a status, so I use status in a color code. And you can also select the card detail. So here my card detail will be the project description, and when we click any of the track or any of the timeline, it describe the what type of the project I'm doing. You select a card group also. One more thing, that is given the feature, that is a month. You can see the timeline month wise, day wise, week wise, quarters, yearly, or multi years, like this. In a 2022 there is a this three projects, so we can see like this. If you want to yearly, then you can see like this. One more feature, that is a density. So you can use a comfortable density, or you can use the content density according to your requirement. You can also zoom in and zoom out from here, and you can also give us settings which we already use this. So this is a kind of the timeline that recently get the update in Google Sheet. Now the next picture is scrolling table. You can use a scrolling table in a sheet also. Sometimes what happen, like uh, we have a data and we have to sort in, but the all the data is uh, correct sort all the data has to be sort. So this time we can use a scrolling table. It will help you to navigate up and down the data sheet without actually going down the screen. So the main data will be remain as it is, and the another data set has been opened, and for that we can do the we can navigate up and down very uh, so what we gonna do for that, just suppose I'm taking this table for the, suppose I have a tables that we use for a scrolling table. Just select the tables, go to the insert part, go to the chart form. Here you get the chart, right? Now in a chart setting, okay, in a chart editor, you just select the chart type and scroll down. There is a one option that is a scrolling table or a table chart. Select this and you will get the chart table. Now what is the use of it? I already have this kind of the table here. So when we suppose want to just when we want to sorting it, when we go for ascending or descending order, our data will be same here in the our main sheet, and the chart will be remain here. So this is a very beautiful when we are managing different or lots of data. You can also put in an different sheet also. So here we have a data set, and we can now change, or we can sorting or manipulating data here. Our main or main data remains same or as it is. So this is the, I think, last features that we gonna discuss today. Now I like to invite Dipti teacher to go further.
Okay, I'll add Dipti ma'am to the screen. Thank you, Payal ma'am, for all the wonderful features that you have shared just now.
Wonderful explanation, Payal ma'am, from your side.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, can you share your screen? I'll put it up.
Yes. I'm going to share my screen. Is the screen,
Yes, ma'am. I
ma'am?
think it's just gonna take a couple of
Is my
seconds.
screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible now.
Okay. Okay. So today we are going to learn or see how can we use Google Slides. You know, Google Slide is a presentation tool. We make a slide presentation for our projects or whatever, but we can do many more things with Google Slides. Okay. So for that, um, you can create your enhance your creativity. So first of all, I will like to show you slideshow in the slideshow. If you have already you have already a presentation of your slides minute. Okay. After Christmas vacation or after any vacation, when you welcome your kids, your students to your class, so you if you have this presentation, okay, so in this presentation you have 3 or 4 slides, um, welcome slides, and we have discussion about many ideas. And when you said recall the memories, ke bhai chalo before vacation what did we do? Okay, so I want a slideshow within my this slideshow. Okay, so for that I will go to the one site that is called Tall Tweets. Okay, when I go to Google and click write down Tall Tweets, I will get this site that tell Tall Tweets. Okay, when I click Tall Tweets, now this page is open up. Here you create your studio, you can make a video for demo, and after scrolling down you will get Tall Tweets Classic. Now here there is a option select presentation. When I click on this select presentation, okay, my Google Slide app will open. Okay, now I want this memory slide deck, so I click on memories, and I go to the select button. Okay, first I click the memory slide, and then I click the select button. It will take couple of minutes. Okay, now okay, you can see here my slide deck of memories is appeared in the side box. Now I want to add GIF image with, और वो आपको 1200 या उससे ऊपर करना पड़ेगा, वरना जो तस्वीरें हैं will become very smaller like point size. Now add slide duration. I write in 2 second slide duration, and sequence of slide we have to add with comma. So I click 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sorry, and 5. Okay, now click on this GIF. My GIF is ready. It will take some time. Okay, my GIF is created. Now just click on this save button and it will save in your computer. Okay, you can see here download 7 GIF. Okay, now what should you do? You have to do is go to this slide, go to the insert button, go to the insert image and upload from computer. Okay, and see here that download 7 is appeared, and when I click on it and when click open, my GIF is in my slide deck. Isn't it good? मतलब कि आप अगर आपकी फैमिली के सपोज आपके घर में किड्स है तो उनकी सारी फैमिली ईयर टू ईयर आप ऐसे उनके पिक्चर्स ईयर टू ईयर आप ऐसे सेव कर सकते हो और आप उनको सरप्राइज दे सकते हो. तो दिस इज द most amazing feature of this slide deck. Okay, now there's another feature is create neon or metallic glow effect. Create your presentation title eye catchy. Now if you want to make a slide presentation, अगर उसका title ही डल सा होगा तो कोई स्लाइड प्रेजेंटेशन देखेगा क्यों? ओके, आई कैची होना चाहिए, जो नजर को पसंद आता है वही दिल को पसंद आता है. सो फॉर दैट I will go to my slide presentation deck. I have already made a one. will take time. Okay, okay. Okay. For getting eye-catchy title, there is two most amazing way you can create your title eye-catchy. So I just take background, black background in my slides. I go to insert, I click on word art, okay, and I enter GEG, okay, and I click enter. GEG will appear on my slide, okay. Now I change the font and I go to lobster, okay. So now what should we do is just click on this fill color button. In the inner color you should select light color, and for border you will select dark color, and for thicken the border just click on 3x. Now what should we do is go to format option, okay, and go to shadow, okay, and just click on color of the border color, okay. I chose pink color, so I will go for a pink color for neon effect, okay. So I click on this pink color, I decrease the transparency up to there, I decrease the angle up to there, and I increase the blur radius, okay. Now look at this, our glowing slide is ready. Isn't it beautiful? मतलब कि जो black and white और simple color use करते हैं उसके बदले I will create neon effect slide, okay. Now another one is how to create metallic effect of your in your slide, okay. Further, go to the word art, I type GEG, I will and enter it, I will make it little bit bigger, okay. Okay, now just add yellow color, or we can take uh, brown color, sorry, gray color, light gray color. I will make border with dark gray color, I make it thicker like this, okay. Now for giving metallic effect you have to go with gradient, okay, and click on this custom button. You have to linear scale, you have to take linear scale, angle is 90. Now for a metallic effect you have to add gradient stop, okay. So for that add 4 or 5 gradient stops, okay. So I add one, I keep it here, I add second, I will keep it here, I will add third, I will keep it here, and 4, okay. Now just click on that square button, make it light color, second button make it more light color, or third and fourth button you have to take near, okay. I will make it dark color, okay. Now fourth gradient I will again take it light color, and for last one I will take light color, okay. You can decrease or increase like this, you can see on my screen, okay. Now when I click OK, the metallic effect is ready on my screen, okay. Now when you want, or if you want to add reflex, you will find the reflection of the image at the down of the GG. This one is a neon effect and this one is metallic effect. You can create catchy slide, eye catchy slide by this. Is this okay, ma'am? Up to now, any problem?
Yeah, it looks really good, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, okay. Now, the third one is create a slow motion animation in your slide. If you are a teacher, if you are a primary teacher and you want to tell story with your slide presentation, and if you want to make a scene of your story, you can use Google Slide. With some click, with some efforts, you can create a whole scene of the story. Okay, so I have slide deck of my story scene. There was a moonlight and there is only and only darkness in the town, and there empty bungalow. Okay, some scary effect. I already created scary uh, effect, scary my slides. I take 9 slides. Okay, for that I go to the background and I choose the image, this background, and when I take a Google image, I click on Google image, and I at that time I typed scary bungalow effect. Okay, and you will get like this, and you can take any of these into your slide as a background. Okay, so I choose this picture as my background, and I take this cat. Okay, for my story scene. So this is also, I will go for the explore button, and I type here cat. Okay, and you can of the cat. Okay, you can add any of these. Now what should I do for the creating scene? I just copy this cat. Okay, and put this cat into my second slide, little bit ahead from the first slide's place. Okay, so I just click Control V here, and I take this cat here. Okay, same way, Control V, just little bit more ahead of the previous slide, slide 4, Control V, just little bit more ahead from the previous slide. Now Control V again. वो सीन क्रिएट करने के लिए आपको 8 to 9 स्लाइड्स तो बनानी पड़ेगी. ठीक है, सो कंट्रोल V again, put it here. Okay, Control V, you can put it here. Okay, Control V, you have to put here, and little bit here. Okay, now go to the first slide. Okay, and for creating scene, just click on file and click on share icon and make it publish to web. Okay, so here this message is pop up. Auto advance slide आपको कितने seconds के लिए चाहिए? I want every second. Okay, and then started the slideshow as soon as player loads. Yes, started the slideshow after the last slide. Yes. Now what should you do? Just press Control C to copy this link. So I click Control C for copy this link, and what should I do is I go and just paste this link in my Omni box. Now you will find this whole link here, and you will get that number is 1000. When I decrease this number, it will give me an effect of a scene. So I click on I just remove 10 from here and I press enter. My scene is loading. Okay, now see that is moved from near that bungalow. So this is all about the creating your scene. You can create then that apple is falling on Newton's head. You can create a cat chasing the rat. You can create anything of your scene, anything of anything, any scene from your stories. Okay, so this is one of the मोस्ट अमेजिंग फीचर. मतलब कि मुझे ऐसा लगा कि नहीं नहीं मुझे भी कुछ आता है. ठीक है, आई कैन, मतलब आपकी क्रिएटिविटी इतनी 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 एनहांस होगी कि आपको खुद पे फक्र होगा कि नहीं चलो मुझे ये आ गया. ठीक है, दिस इज ऑल अबाउट माय स्लाइड. ओके, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू, आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू make a Google Doc your story page by using add-ons. Okay, generally we use Google Docs as documentation. Okay, hyperlink करते हैं, table add करते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत pictures add करते हैं, but you can use Google Doc as your story page also by adding by using add-ons. And for that I am going to show you use of two add-ons. One is Flaticon, large icon database, and it is free add-ons. And another one is Fun Text, give fun effect to your text. Okay, so I have a page which in which I created a story. Okay, that monkey and crocodile's story, and monkey gave to that crocodile, and the crocodile said that come to my home and I want to eat. This is my story page. Now I want to pick a monkey and crocodile. What generally we do is go to insert and we will take the image from these options. Okay, but with the use of extension or add many more icons. Okay, so for that add-ons you have to go to extension and click on the add-ons. Here you will find get add-ons. From there you can add any add-ons to your document. Okay, so I will click on add-ons and okay, now I want that particular Flaticon add-on, so I type Flaticon and enter. Okay, you can this Flaticon add-on which is already installed in my document. So I want the image of monkey. Okay, so I click on add-ons and I go to the Flaticon which is labeled here, which is labeled as icon for slides and doc. And when I click on start, all Flaticon icons are on my page. Okay, you can see here these are the social media's icons, and I want to type any of icons. Suppose I want to type Snapchat. Okay, or I want Snapchat icon. I click on Snapchat and you will see the Snapchat icon will here, and this is totally free. You can add anyone. Okay, I don't want this icon and I want icon of monkey. Okay, and you will see these much icons of monkeys are there. I want this one. When I click on these, I can resize these icon. Okay, and I click on insert. Look this, the icon of monkey is here. Okay, now I want image of crocodile. Okay, और icon of crocodile. आपको गूगल पे सर्च करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. Okay, I click on this crocodile and insert. You will get, yes, you will get this icon. Okay, so you can create a story page. Now another most amazing add-on is fun text add-on. Give the fun effect to your text. Same way, आपको extension पे जाके you have to go to extension and click on fun text. Okay, I have already installed it. So for that, what you have to do, just select your text, go to extension, go to the font text and select this color, the text color option, and you will find these many options. Okay, if I click on rainbow, look, my text is converted into rainbow color. If I click on rainbow words, they will be appears. Okay, when I click further text color, randomly colored words, it will take randomly your text. Okay, now many text colors are available here. Okay, just click, select the text, go to the extension, go to the font text and just select the word. Now I click on fading the colors, you will see the color is going to fade. Okay, now there are many other options in font text. You can highlight the color also in the form of rainbow words, randomly colored words. Same way you can create, or you can change the font size. When I click on growing, from small letters it will going to the large one. Okay, now if I go to the okay, now if I choose the font size wobbly, okay, you will find, look at this. Okay, one word is bigger, another word is small. If you go font size, repeating the sizes, okay, okay, you will find text like this. You can use the alternating case. Okay, so you can see R is capital letter, E is small, D is capital letter. You can do anything with your text. There are many options here. Okay, you can add upside down character. Look at this, these are all upside down character. पूरा उल्टा हो गया, ठीक है. You can double struck. Okay, you can create the double struck. Look at this. So you can do anything with your text with these add-ons. So go to the font text and use it. It is amazing. I mean, आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि यार ये तो मुझे पहले करना चाहिए था. ठीक है, so all is this from my side. Now over to you, Ritika ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And it was lovely. Trust me, right from the neon signs till the metallic one, and now the story page. It was just amazing. Like, and all, our audience is also liking it
You
so
thank
much. I
you.
mean, we are getting, yeah, a lot of comments here. So with that, I'll call Shilpa ma'am next to present her screen and take over the session. Thank you so much, Deepthi ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Deepti ma'am. That was lovely. And Payal, too. Very informative session. Thank you, Ritika. I
Most
hope
welcome.
my screen is visible and I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so continuing our talk on Google Workspace, and we've seen so many features in Google Docs as well as Google Sheets, and of course, the wonderful options that we saw in Google Slides. I have some small things to share for Google Forms. So, there are certain updates that have happened, and a couple of ideas the way I use it in the classroom, I would like to share with you today. So, I'm just going to take you to the examples right away. The first example that I would like to share is from the fact that suppose you have like a simple Google form. Now, you want to take your students to a field trip and you need a parent consent form. So, usually we create from the easiest way to create Google Forms is from our Google Drive, so you know where it is. And of course, you have an amazing template gallery. So it's always a good idea to use the template gallery. It saves a lot of time. So what I have done is I'll be showing you the template gallery soon. I'm sure you know already, but here we are. I've taken this, which looks like we are going for a field trip, and I have edited. Now, what they have added is where we used to be limited with the fonts as well as the sizing, they have given us these new options. So wherever you're entering text now in the Google form, you will get the option of changing formatting the text in that sense. So you have bold, italic, underline. You can also insert a YouTube link over here. So if I take this text, I have typed some text over here. Now, if you see in the description, it says field trip to Karla Caves. Please bring the following items. Usually it is a plain text, and beyond this, Google Forms was not allowing us to do, but now I can use certain options which make my text very attractive. So here I'm adding bold. I'm also adding some numbering. It's a list of items that the students must bring with them. So this is a small update that has come. If you notice, it has come in wherever you are going to add text. So wherever, suppose you are adding a short answer question, you will see these options that will come up automatically for you to be able to therefore add any sort of options that you want to your um, format. So here, the when suppose you have a question and you want to highlight a particular letter or a word, you can do that. So this is a simple form that I have created. There's another simple form that we can start creating, but before we start doing this, I wanted to uh, so this is the largely the update that has come so far. The other thing that we can look at is pre-filled Google Forms. I am sure you are aware of this feature of a pre-filled Google Form. I'm going to just share with you how I have used it. So I'm an economics teacher and I have to take attendance. They always love to bunk economics, at least in the online class. That's what used to happen. So I had to create my own attendance sheet just to keep track of how the students were attending. Okay, so I'm just going to my attendance sheet. Now, this is how I have created my attendance sheet. So the title is there, and then I listed the students. I used a multiple choice grid question. I listed the students, and the three columns had the option of present, absent, and not applicable. Now, when I look at the preview of this particular Google form, it looked like this. So whenever my class was happening, I would kind of start this and then start marking. Now this became very tedious for me because I had to every time choose either present or absent, and it would consume a lot of time for me. So therefore, I went for this particular option of pre-filled Google Sheet. So I'm going to just show you how I went about it. This is the edit mode of my Google Forms. I hope my screen has updated. So this you see is where I'm in the edit mode, and in this case, I go to the three dots on the right hand side and I get the option of get pre-filled link. All right, I'm going to select that link, and there I have the option of actually marking all the students present. So here what I'm doing is, this is just a format. It's not the attendance for the day, but what I'm doing is I'm pre-filling. I'm assuming that all the students are present. So then when I actually take the attendance, I only have to mark the students that are absent. So for example, I'm going to select all the students as being present. Okay, so just if you fill it up. Okay, I'm just going to fill this much. So I have filled a whole lot of students with present. And on the left hand bottom corner, you will get the option of a pre-fill and then click get link. Okay, so once you press this, once you've decided what all you want as a pre-link, after that you press on get link. Now once you get the link, you will be able to then copy that link. So I have made such link. If you can see my screen, it's a slightly longer link. You can use your option of Bitly to reduce this link if you want, but otherwise you can keep it pasted for where it is accessible to you. And then when I click this particular link, I get this Google form, which is pre-filled. If you see, it's already pre-filled to all the ones who are present. And then suppose say Avantika is absent, I can select only Avantika when I'm taking a roll call, or only Hia who's absent, and then submit the form. So this particular form, which is already pre-filled, gets recorded over to my responses. So if I see my responses, I used a pre-filled sheet, and over here I have like a kind of a summary, and also we can export it to Google Sheets, which will arrange the data as per, of course, the present and absent details that are there. So I have I can always decide look at who's absent and who's present. So this pre-fill option is very useful. Suppose I go and I show you the template on my parent consent form. I've come back to that particular template. Here, say for example, I want all the parents to fill the option of agree. Actually, because there may be some parents who may say agree, I am not, there is a problem. So generally they may miss out on particular options. So if I want, by default, I can select agree, share that pre-filled form, and then if a parent wants to disagree, usually parents will agree, you only have a few cases, they can then conveniently go to disagree and share that particular, submit that particular form. So you can use it in a variety of ways. This you could make a voting for student council, say for example. So please cast your vote. Okay, and suppose I just put the options there. There is Aryan who's standing. There is Vidhi. Okay, of course, the question I will select is a multiple choice grid. So I'm going to put Aryan, Vidhi. Okay, and say Nisha. Okay, and in the columns I can choose vote. Okay, I can just choose vote. Now, when I do that, again, similar to the attendance, I can make this a pre-filled form and share that with the students, so that I can make sure that I've selected no for all, and then whoever they want to select, they go specifically to that particular student and then they select a yes over there. So these are the few variety of ways in which one can think of. I mean, we are teachers and we always have the need to accelerate our work, and this way we can accelerate and save some very, very valuable time for our students. This was the second thing that I wish to share. Now, the third thing that I wish to share is when it comes to using sections, when we are looking at sections in our paper. Okay, so we have, say, I'm just going to display a simple economics paper. Okay, we have moved to the MCQ format. COVID has given us the opportunity where a lot of boards have now started looking at MCQ formats, and for us, the Google Form serves as an excellent place where we can make a quiz and create an MCQ kind of environment for our students very conveniently. So here, if you see, I have typed a paper which is an MCQ based paper, multiple choices. The question is there, and a variety of answers are there. So this is a paper with about 75 to 76 questions that I have typed. All right. Now, it's a longish paper, and if we see the board pattern, usually you will see that the board pattern has certain sections. Some sections where the mark is out of one, some sections where it's short answers, long answers, and so on and so forth. Now, when we were creating Google Forms, it's just created in one big bulk of questions, one below the other. We can make it a bit more navigatable when we use sections. So we can insert sections and we can then organize a paper better. So what one must do is, when you have the paper, of course, the paper will start with the name of the student. Then you can have a drop down or options of commerce, humanities, science. I will come to the password option. That's very interesting. And I have, in the first section itself, I have added this particular question, which is a multiple choice question, which says that which section you want to attempt. So I have divided my paper. I will then go and divide my paper into section A, section B, and section C. You will see that I have added the exit options also over here only. Very often what happens is, students don't know a question, they go to the next question, they go to the next, they keep pressing next, and sometimes they want to go back. The paper allows you to go back, but they by mistake press submit. Now when they've submitted, usually in a test we make the option of only one response per student. Now that time it becomes a very nervous situation for the students. So therefore, to avoid that, we can keep an exit option in the initial part of the paper. Okay, now how did I get to do this? If you let me actually just create one very quickly. Okay, so here I have a multiple choice question. Select a section to attempt, and I'm saying, say, section A, section B. I'm just going to divide my paper into two sections. Now, if you see in the question above, you see this option continue to next section was coming. Now here in this, that option did not come, is because I have to activate that option. So from the three dots on the right hand corner of that question, I can activate the option of go to section based on answer. So if I do that, the option activates for me, and here I have certain options with me. It says I can go to the next section, I can go to section 1, I can go to section 2. So here the third option, if you see, is of submitting the form. Okay, so keeping this ready, if you see, I have section 2 in my paper. I'm just going to scroll down and I'm going to add my section 3 as well. So if I'm here, I'll break this paper into two parts. Okay, from this question onwards, I have inserted a section. So if you see, there is section 3, and I'm going to just call this, the title of this section is section B. Okay, so technically my form has three sections: the introduction section, the section A, and section B. So the form is divided into three, but it's labeled as introduction, and then section A and section B. Now I'm going back to the place where I can help navigate. So I'm here. I give the student an option that you want to, if the student selects section A, then the action will be to go to actually section 2, but labeled section A. Section B. Okay, it will actually go to section 3, but then B. All right, now comes the exit option, because if this becomes a loop, the student will never be able to get out of it. We want to keep the exit option here. So when I type exit or submit, You can type that also as an option. Here, I can put the option, the last one, as submit form. Okay, so here the student, if I'm going to see the view that the student, the form that the student is going to look at, it looks like this. The student is going to start the paper, fill the email, fill the name, password I will get to, and this part, select a section to attempt. It can look at section A, can look at section B, or want to exit. Okay, I would like to now go back to where I was creating the form. So here, once they go, that particular navigation will go as per. When you are at section 2, after they finish section 2, what should they do? They cannot go to the next section. So I'm going to come, scroll down, and I have to fit the setting over there. After section 2, I must say that they must go to the first section so that they can select section B over there. So go to section 1, that is your introduction section. Okay. Similarly, when they finish the section B of the paper, that is your last question of the paper, again, I'm not going to give them the option to submit the form because I don't want them to accidentally submit the form, right? That is a problem that usually students face. So there itself also, I will have to give the option of go to the first section to complete. I'm just waiting for it to update. So you will get that option over there in the end. So I'll just go back, and of course the exit option. So it becomes a loop where you finish section 1, you go to the introduction section. You finish section B, you go to the introduction section. And in the introduction, you are now confident that you have finished the paper, and then you can select that you want to exit. And after you exit, you will be given the option to submit form. So if I have attempted the questions and if I say exit as an option, it will, of course, I have to fill up the form. So once we do that, it will directly allow me to submit the form. A small part about password. We can utilize the option of a short answer text. Usually what happens is it's very difficult to coordinate when they're going to start the exam, etc., to present the paper to them. So you can use this option where you can design a short key, okay, which you can release to the students only just before the exam. So the paper can come to them, but they will not be able to access the paper till you share the password. Now, how do you set up the password? You create a question which is a short answer question and say that this is where the password is entered. Here you get the option of suggesting the answer. All right. So one way you have to set is that you set the response validation, in the sense that you then suggest that your password, whatever answer is there, is as per what you have set. So suppose I do a response validation. Now I say my short answer should be a text, okay, and it should therefore contain text like say for example, I'm setting my password to A, B, C, and small d. So it is this particular option is case sensitive. Okay. And then you can also put a custom error text. If they don't put the correct option, then the error message will be try again. Okay. And therefore, when we actually see how this works, let's have a go. Say, for example, the students have entered their password. I'm just going to put an email ID here so that it allows me to go ahead. Now, in order to go ahead, I must have a password. So here, suppose I type A, B, C, D, okay, and I press enter. It will give me an option, try again. Okay, so this will not work. I must press the keys as the way it is required, and then only then can you say that please go to the next section. So the options for sections I can take in the next column. All right. So in these ways you can incorporate certain checks and balances within your Google Forms, which you can use as a quiz or an exam that is there. Right. So I just about think we have time for this much. I will request Ritika ma'am to help us
Wow, that was amazing, first of all, ma'am. And again, the
hope it was
audience loved it. And Google Form is something that we teachers use a lot, irrespective of online or offline mode. This is something that for taking a formative or summative assessment, we have been using Google Forms. And to know that how we can use the pre-filled form or section-based answer also, this is amazing. I'll add Deepti ma'am also.
yes.
Deepti ma'am, did you like the session? You're on mute, ma'am.
Sorry. Very good explanation, ma'am. Very good.
Thank you.
बहुत
Thank
कुछ
you.
जानने को मिला.
प्लेजर मैडम आपसे भी आज बहुत सीखने को मिला.
Thank you.
Okay, for the audience right here, I'm sharing the feedback form in the comment box. So I'll request all the people who are present here right now to fill the feedback form and get their attendance certificate as well. If you have any question, feel free to write to us. Feel free to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe us. We'll keep on coming with more such entertaining and interactive sessions where you get to learn a lot from us. Thank you everyone for joining in. I don't see any questions as of now. So
Thank you so much.
thank you, Ms. Shilpa. Thank you, Deepti ma'am and Payal ma'am, for sharing your knowledge with us. And hope to see you
Pleasure.
all again. Bye,
Thank.
everyone.
Bye
I like
everyone.
Payal ma'am.
Bye everyone.
Bye. Thank you.